I hope the lightning is good. I would like to get started with this reading. It's about, I've asked, I have asked for this reading to represent the collective that is here listening at any time, at any other time that this video come through your feed. And if you feel called to listen, ask your question in your heart, in your mind, with intention. Feel free to ask your question on a comment, and hopefully the answers, the guidance, not answers, but the guidance or the validation might come through the video. And if it doesn't, feel free to ask the questions in the comment as it comes up. I hope I'll be able to see it. And I'll take another card just to bring that through. So let's get started by grounding ourselves, finding that space within ourselves. I like to do this before the oracle reading, and then I press play, but now I'm going to start doing with you all. I think it's important to regulate and ground and settle together. So anytime you are listening, we can spend this couple of minutes just grounding, settling our energy, relaxing, calming, allowing the mind to do what it needs to do. Eventually we'll start settling, we'll start easing and aligning to your question, aligning to receiving the validation, the guidance. Nice long, gentle deep breath in, nice long, gentle deep breath out. When I say deep breath out, it's breathing all the way out, so the air is coming from deep within you and out. You're finding more breath to come out. Then breathe in, so more breath can go in deeper into your body. And we deeply breathe out, so finding the pockets of air trapped in the body and releasing them. I want you to speak out loud your inner question, or in your mind, or in your heart. And allow yourself to just receive the information, trust that the information, it will come through. Maybe not this reading, but maybe through the day, or maybe only because you just sat with the question in a calm, regulated and relaxed state. Maybe all you needed, it was this 2 minutes to settle your energy, and not necessarily the whole reading. Remember, you might just need a few things of the reading, or the whole reading, or you might not need the reading. So take what resonates, and let's get started. I've got my books ready in case I need, and here we go. Strength, number 8. Whatever we are asking, whatever we are putting ourselves in our intention now, we're being asked to bring strength into it. A strength that is not linked to ego, a strength that is not linked to any source of rebellion state within ourselves. It's a strength that is coming from the heart, that is coming from a space of self-positioning, to positioning yourself in a affirmative way, or a loving way, or in a balanced way. And I think that's what it's asking. I'm going to do a quick reading on that. So strength number 8. I deliberately bring my compassion and strength forward, and I use them for good. So maybe the situation is asking you to go within the situation and remember how the situation has come to you in many different ways, many different situations, many different times, and it's a repeating cycle. And you're probably asking yourself, why am I in this situation again? Why is it happening again? I thought I have released in the last time, and it's repeating. So we're here to honor our cycles. We're here to take advantage and opportunity to become aware of another aspect within that situation. And maybe to go within rather than analyze the situation in general, but go within and find out the last time I was in this situation, how did I do it? How did I solve it? How did I finish? How did I come out of it? Was it through anger, frustration? Was it through love, joy? And what's it asking of us now? Can we go deeper and do it in a different way? Strength is the strength of your qualities, not the strength of your imperfections, but the strength of your qualities. And what's the quality that is being highlighted to you now, and what is coming up for you to see and utilize that, to potentialize that? Patterns. And this is exactly what I just said. It's the pattern. There's a pattern coming through. You are noticing this pattern in the situation, and you want to relate back to you. Is this pattern coming from me? What is this pattern, and how can I break it down and bring it into balance? If you're coming from a victimhood pattern, can you come from a place of acceptance? If you're coming from anger, can you come from a place of love? All these contrasting dualities brings us in the middle. Yeah, it helps us find the middle of these extremes. So what's happening in that pattern at the moment, in that situation? What's it coming up for you? Maybe you're being asked to become aware of it so that we can find the midpoint, the strength within ourselves, to then work through that strength to finalize the situation or come out of the situation. The Seven of Cups. The card mentions delusions. Perhaps we are looking at these patterns and realizing, breaking down and realizing that we were delusioned to how we were looking in that situation through certain lenses, our own lenses, our lenses of victimhood, our lenses of resentment, our lenses of frustration. And perhaps you have looked at the situation through these lenses already, but which lenses can you look through it now? What's the one that's being highlighted to you? But can you also go deeper and see if you can find the lenses of love, to look the situation through love, through compassion, to break the delusion of what that situation was first highlighted to you. So the Seven of Cups, let's have a quick look. In my widest imagination is a tool that I can use to inform my future in a down-to-earth way. So the delusion can be represented, from betrayal, from hidden secrets, but also from a wishful thinking. Perhaps we spend a lot of time in such a extreme positivity that we are blinding ourselves from seeing second agendas in others, or sometimes even ourselves. Sometimes we could be seeing the situation through something more specific, like through anger, and perhaps we didn't see where the other people in the situation were coming from. Maybe they're coming from love, but a conditioned love, something that they learned themselves through their own upbringing and was passed on to us through that way. And they had all the intention with all the resources they had at that time. They were delusioned themselves because they didn't see the truth, unconditional love, and how to relate that to us. And now we're sitting here thinking, well, maybe they didn't do it on purpose. Maybe they didn't do it from a bad place, but they did it from the heart. But their heart was delusioned, and we are breaking that delusion within ourselves. And we have many layers to work through. Okay. Um, Says here, your desire to choose the one correct and perfect path can further complicate the muddled your decision, because there is no way to know everything that will spill forth from the cup you choose. A minute ago, I was sitting here and I got this wonderful idea, and all of a sudden I started to go into a rabbit hole and making it more complicated, more detailed, more specific. And I actually told myself, you're overthinking now. You got into the overthinking cloud of thinking. And I quickly realized that I didn't need to go that far, that I could just stay with how the wonderful idea came through and work on that aspect of the idea. So the situation that you're in, okay, is only asking you to retrieve back to that moment of strength, rather to, maybe the overthinking part, maybe trying to understand everyone's side of the situation, but not really going deep within to understand yourself. So there's many aspects of this situation, and I'm sure it's coming to you, what's being highlighted to you, and this is just a validation. Nothing I say can change. It's what's coming for you. This is a beautiful card, the Temple, the wisdom within, and quieting external noises. And sometimes going within, going quiet, going in silence can help us. And it's a more of a metaphor, really. It's not seeking oracle readings. It's not seeking the guidance of others. It's not seeking to validate yourself so much. It's trusting in that inner thought that come through, that inner intuition that come through, and validate yourself, because I'm talking here about different aspects and I cannot cover every aspect. Everyone will have their own. But if yours is coming through mind, sit with that and validate yourself with that, and trust yourself with that, because that's your own temple. That's where your inner guidance will come from. Not necessarily from here, not necessarily from where I'm speaking, but what this energy that we're sitting in is actually bringing to you to see. And this is you. It's, it's your story, your message. And I'm only here to bring you to go within and trust that's coming for you. Gentleness, respond softly. And I love this picture of a mother nurturing a baby, okay? When you go within and you see your own answers, we can go in many different ways. Again, I can bring different perspectives, right? We can go and feel angry, feel frustrated, feel betrayed, and it's okay, it's okay. But you are that mother nurturing yourself now, because you're coming back and seeing how you felt in the past with the resources you had at the past, and you're seeing yourself now with much more expanded resources, where you can say, I forgive that version of myself. So this is you forgiving the old version of yourself that suffered for whatever reason, for however you interpreted that situation at that time. And you can go back and change the present moment now and say, I forgive that version of me that acted and reacted and perceived with the understanding resources I had at that moment, and how I saw the world in that moment through the lenses I saw myself in that moment. And now I look back at that version of me and I forgive. I forgive them because now I have more resources to look through the same situation in a whole different light, in a whole different lenses, and understand more aspects of it, more layers of it. You can also understand more where people are coming from and where you are coming from. So this is you nurturing yourself, your inner child, yeah, nurturing the versions of yourself, and allowing yourself to release that version from self-loving. This is you self-loving. This is you, what we call reparenting ourselves, but really we don't need to reparent. I think we just need to resignify ourselves, and we do it through our current version, going back and nurturing that inner version, that older version, that child version. Yeah, and this is what we're doing. So in a situation, we are going within in our temple, and we are sensing and remembering and bringing the sensations of what the situation has elicited to us in the first place. And within our temple, not seeking validation outside or from others, but feeling within, feeling our energy, feeling what's coming up. When we honor that feeling in our physical body, and I mean in our physical body, we allow it to be released through the crown, or sometimes through, the grounding star, the one that grounds us into Mother Earth. And this is how it gets released. This is how we forgive that version, and we allow that version to bring us back to us now in the present moment, the acceptance of the expansion, the pure acceptance of the expansion. Free from judgment and free to love. And it is, you are freeing yourself from judgment in that past version of ourselves, previous versions of ourselves. It's all part of us that didn't understand, that didn't have the resources you have today. And we're giving it love. We're giving it love. Want to release all those emotions that was held in that version of yourself. You then giving it love from this version that can actually sit with that version and explain exactly what happened, explain and advise and guide and send love and show love. This woman is showing so much love to that child that is suffering, that is crying. Yeah, and it doesn't matter the age of the child. A lot of the times a parent will not show this much love to an older child. Let's say we just, we were taught to not cry. We were taught not to, we were receiving all this love for a long time, and then we get a bit older, we stop receiving this type of nurturing, we receive a different type of nurturing, right? And it hurts, and it's time for us to go back in that inner child and be this version of ourselves to them. Yeah, how can you tell that inner child exactly what you would love to have heard from the people around you, or other people that could just support you? What could you tell them? Yeah, I have gone back many times in my inner child, and I spoke to my inner child exactly how I would love to have received at that moment in the past, and it was so healing. And this is inner child work you can do with a moment of going within in your temple and sitting with those two versions, communicating, creating that communication through imagination, through your heart, through your soul. It all happens like that easy. Okay, so it is about going in without judgment, accepting how you dealt with that situation in the past, resignify, bring it to the situation and see it through those new lenses. You now bring in new lenses to be able to see the situation again. Take note. Your awareness are being given to you. Quieting external voices and excessive noise will give you the chance to hear what is being offered. Two messages about quieting the external. Here this person is within a temple with their own soul, with their own light. And here the CEO is underwater, deep within the ocean, where everything just gets blocked out. Yeah? And I'm here. We are here to go within. Whatever the situation is, go within and detach from the outcome. If your situation today is giving you anxiety, if your situation today is making you wonder what it's going to be like, is it yes or no? Detach from that situation, sit with you for a moment, go back in and ask yourself, what is the situation today bringing? What type of emotions in my body? And then we can understand why we're feeling the way we're feeling. But it's not about finding out the future. Is it going to be a yes? Is it going to be a no? It's not about that. Because we can change the yes, we can change the no by either suppressing what we are holding or releasing what we are holding. Only your soul knows what's the yes and what's the no. So it's detaching from the outcome. That's the most important, detaching from the outcome of the situation. The outcome of the situation is infinite possibilities at different time and space. But what we can change right now is about how we are feeling and where it's coming from, and can we release that? Can we release that? And trust that the outcome will come for your highest good and the highest good of everyone involved. Because when we are doing the work and releasing, we are also giving a situation the highest possibility of an outcome. Many options though, not just one. I am the Grail. Hold onto your power. So we're going back to inner strength. This is Mary Magdalene saying, go within, hold your power. We're going back to being your own temple. Yeah, and going deep within yourself. As you go deep within yourself, you find your own answers. Why are certain emotions coming up? You might not necessarily need to ask, but you can ask your thinking mind, because it's the one that blocks everything sometimes, to allow yourself to feel. Don't be afraid to feel. And if there's fear to feel, that fear needs to be broken open first. Break the seal of that fear to feel, so that healing processes can become gentle and easier. That first fear to feel the feeling of a past emotion that's trying to surface, that's been suppressed for so long, we gotta break that seal. And you have to have strength. You have to have strength. Because the patterns are going to continue to come through. They're going to continue to repeat itself until we release that's what's trapped within ourselves. Because we're attracting those situations with that trapped within ourselves. It's not being solved, it's not being resolved, it's not being completed. Yeah, we gotta get to the end of the spiral. We gotta get to the end of the spiral. I was having a chat with my dad yesterday. We were on the phone for about 2 hours, and this conversation somehow came through, and we're seeing it through the cards today. And, you know, it was incredible to have that chat with my dad, because it brought us our inner power or inner strength in such a balanced way. And how the conversation evolved, it was about this self-growth, how we, he has gone in to do self-healing, how I have gone in to do self-healing, and we're sharing the same stories through completely different perspectives, and there is no judgment. There is no judgment. And I felt like we have come to a completion of a, free to love. There's more openness to be there. Because it's funny how we can be very communicative sometimes to friends, but not as much to family. Yeah. If you think everyone now has a friend WhatsApp group or in a family WhatsApp group, and the dynamic is very different. Yeah, because in the family WhatsApp group, we hold every ancestral lineage, judgment. Yeah, even with love, we hold. But then in a friendship group, we don't have that background, conditioning. Yeah, and therefore we are much freer to communicate. So it's interesting, that dynamic. And be loved. I love this card. Allow yourself to be loved. Allow this version of yourself to be loved by that version of yourself in your inner child process. Allow the free of judgment when you go back to see the older version of yourself to be also loved through this version of yourself right now. Yeah, because you are the grail. You are the holder of your power and your truth. And if you can love this aspect of you that you are, this is strength, you will be feeling empowered to keep going, to keep moving, to keep shifting your perspective. Yeah, so it's really going into your own power. I think I'm done. I feel the energy has completed, has come to a final conclusion. So what we're going to do, a little bit of energy healing to the end of this message. Okay, if we can take a few moments just to breathe, feeling goosebumps everywhere. And let's integrate this message. And if you see the situation that involves, people as far as other organizations, the government, you could be feeling totally influenced by government, and the government, second agendas influencing organizations, and these organizations influencing your current situation right now. It could be a situation at work, it could be a situation at school, it could be a situation with friends or family. If we zoom in from this governmental big organizations that seems to be affecting our situation right now, can you zoom in back to you? And how do we do that? We ask questions. Why am I so frustrated with the situation? Why is this happening to me? But not in a victimhood way, but in a constructive way. What is it within my energy field, my limiting beliefs? Let's not go there, because sometimes it's hard to see our limiting beliefs. That's why the word says limiting. we are limited to see for some reason. Why am I so frustrated? Ask the question about your emotion. And something will come up to let you know. Your subconscious is listening to your voice. Your voice is your most, is your main tool for self-healing. Is listening to your voice. As you ask the questions in your temple, you will be getting the answers. Your subconscious will bring to you a flash of memory, an emotion that will surface through your body, sensation. And then you ask again, what is this sensation I'm feeling? Where does that come from? Is it a situation within growing up? Is it a trauma? Is it a belief that you acquired from traditional living in a family dynamic? Is it something that doesn't resonate with you? Can you let go? Can I let go of this? Is this emotion something I need to process? And if it is, can I process it now? Can I feel it now? Can I feel it in my body? Or is it so suppressed that I'm struggling because I fear to feel? And I want to bring you validation and trust that whatever you are courageous enough to feel will be released. It won't be lasting forever. So bring this feeling and feel it with me. Let's feel it together. Let's hold each other in this. And allow this feeling to just move through your body. You are observing how this feeling is navigating your body. And you're allowing healing right now. Let's feel it. Let's feel what we're doing, what we're sensing, and allow it to just continue to feel until it settles. Everything just minimizes by itself. So your body's processing as you're feeling, and your body's doing the work of releasing. And we don't want to rush it. We want to take our time. And as now you are continually releasing, it's okay to fear the sensation of pain. It's okay to fear the sensation of a painful emotion, and I want you to feel it. Let the cry, let the tears come through, which is a release. Let the yawning come through. Let even the feeling of shutting off the video or shutting off within yourself, like going to sleep, is a way of releasing. Okay? Sometimes it can be a way of having too much, but it's a way of releasing. Trust and breathe into your nervous system. Breathe into your nervous system to regulate your nervous system. And breathe into your nervous system. Allow the breath to go into your head and out. While your body's doing the processing, sometimes your nervous system can get a bit triggered, and that's because it's communicating with that emotion that once have triggered your nervous system. So now we're looking at the nervous system and use another tool of healing, which is breath, to redirect the breath into the nervous system, into the head, into the brain, while your body is feeling the rest of the emotions. Now I want you to follow this with me. Just breathe into your head. We're going to finish this together, okay? We're going to get to the end of this together. Breathe into your head to regulate the nervous system, so the nervous system isn't too triggered while you're feeling the emotion. It should be gentle. We want this healing to be gentle. I don't want you to re-suffer. You don't want to re-suffer. Okay, and I want you to breathe again. You are with your guides, you are with your higher self and your soul. You are safe. And I want you to continue in this process with me. We are finishing the process. Breathe into your nervous system. Breathe air into it. Breathe out. Breathe air into it. And breathe out. Allow goosebumps, tingly, uncomfortable, restless legs. Everything is shifting. This is all energy now moving in your body, ready to let go. Can you let go through your feet? Can you let go through your hands? Can you let go through your head? Whichever way the energy wants to leave your body is the way that it's going to leave your body. And you're allowing that release. You're allowing that release. We're here together and we are safe, and you are trusting in this healing process happening right now in your physical body. This is a release that's going to bring you more answers to your situation, okay? Breathe into your nervous system. And your nervous system is now rewiring to regulate with that emotion. So next time you feel this emotion, because there'll be more layers to release from this emotion, but you are going to become aware of all the moments in your life when that situation triggers this emotion. And I want you to allow yourself to feel, trusting that you can regulate through your breath the nervous system. We're not regulating feeling the emotion, we're regulating the nervous system, rebalancing with that emotion so it isn't interpreted as a huge impact in your system. It should be just a release. And this is what's happening. So next time, next layer of those emotions, they are bonded with many other emotions. You'll be able to do exactly this release. Breathing into the brain here, into the channel of the crown, into the nervous system. And we are rewiring these synapses that are dysregulated into a regulated synapses. And this will be happening whether I'm saying and you're listening and you're understanding or not, regardless. But sometimes we need the understanding, sometimes we need the words, and that's okay. It's part of healing. And this is why I'm trying to transmute this energy that's you're feeling, that alchemy that your body's going through words. And breathe. Breathe, we're nearly done. Breathe. And breathe into your heart now. Breathe into your heart. Direct the breath as well into your heart. And your body now is getting gentle and easier, more relaxed, more released. And this is you going in your inner strength and finding that emotion that's getting in the way of you solving this solution with more self-love, with more nurturing, okay? This type of nurturing to yourself. This is what we're doing right now. We're bringing this love to ourselves and transmuting into freedom to love. Transmuting into freedom to love. And you are trusting in this alchemy, Let's continue. This is nearly done. Into your heart. Beautiful. Thank you so much for being here today. My healing circle will be starting soon. We're going to be doing this type of healing, going deeper, going in more details, more specific to each case. And when we're healing together, we all receiving healing at some level. And I would love to see you there. Please enter in the comments just a angel wings icon emoji, and just show me that if this has helped you. Don't need to describe, don't need to share if you don't want to. Just a little angel wing, and it'd be lovely to see that. Thank you very much.